Welcome. Oh my gosh. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? For those who don't know me, my name is Marco Pessoa, and welcome once again, everybody, to Focus on the Positive with Marco. I pray that you are richly blessed and that God's love will fill your heart. Today, I want to talk to you guys about, guess what? The second day of the NFL draft. But before I get started, please smash that like button and press that notification bell so that you will know when I post new stuff. The days that I'll be uploading my videos will be on Mondays, usually on Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Let's get to the video, shall we? It's really long, but it's worth it. I'm glad that you guys are watching my videos and that are very, very patient and very, very encouraging to me. So I do appreciate it very much. So I thank you. Thank you so much. Let me pull out my notes and let's get started. Well, the second night of the NFL draft was opened by Chris Angel, the illusionist. And everyone is one is on their toes. And while the excitement of everyone is building, me as a football fan, especially when it comes to the Dolphins, again there are a lot of trades going on. And it's crazy and exciting at the same time. And they all got celebrities from all over the world, players that played for the teams in the past, and it's awesome to see how God can use something most insignificant to glorify Him. It's a privilege, and it's a privilege to be in a unique position because we can be a witness for Jesus. And the beautiful thing is that they honor also the military, who those who fought for this country, and for us to have the liberties that we have today. And if it wasn't for Jesus to tell them in what to do, in in my opinion, this country wouldn't be where it would be today. It is why we need to have God first in our lives, because that is where the real thing is, and that is only the beginning of things. If we continue to put God first and believe it will be much more easier. All that God wants you, my beautiful viewer, to do is put Him first, and then, and only then, He will fulfill every single desire of your heart. Jesus just wants you to have a wonderful relationship with Jesus just wants you to have a wonderful relationship with you, my beautiful viewer, and my loving viewer, because God is in love with you. And in the second day, it's been really, really great. The second day of the draft, it's been really awesome, really great. I mean, it was a big celebration. A lot of people in Las Vegas, and it was amazing. It was like an all day event. I mean, I watched the whole thing. And here are the picks of days 2 and 3. So be patient with me, please, and enjoy it. Well, Tampa Bay, as you know, they are they drafted at number 33 for the second day, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers drafted Logan Hall, which he played a defensive end, and for the University of Houston. Yeah, University of Houston, I believe. And and number 34, the Green Bay Packers drafted Christian Watson. He's 6'4", 208 pounds, and he played for the University of Notre Dame. And on number 35, the Tennessee Titans drafted Roger McCreary. Sorry about that. Probably I messed up his name. He played cornerback for the for Auburn. And the New York Jets at number 36, they selected Bryce Hall, the running back from Iowa State. And the Texans at number 37, they selected Jalen Petrie, safety from Baylor. And the Atlanta Falcons at number 38, they selected Arnold Ebikiti, defensive end from Penn State. And the Chicago Bears, whoever says Chicago Bears out there, a Chicago Bear fan, I applaud you. Y'all selected at number 39, Kyler Gordon. He's a cornerback from Washington. And at number 40, the Seattle Seahawks selected Boye Mafe, linebacker, Minnesota. And at number 41, also the Seattle Seahawks selected Kenneth Walker, running back, Michigan State. And at number 42, the Minnesota Vikings selected Andrew Booth. He played cornerback. Andrew Booth Jr. He played cornerback for Clemson. And also at number 44, the Texans selected John Michie III, running back, wide receiver from Alabama. And the Baltimore Ravens at 45 selected David Ojabu, linebacker in Michigan. Also at number 46, the Detroit Lions selected Josh Pascal, defensive end from Kentucky. There's more, everybody. So please be patient with me. And I'm so glad that you are watching my videos, and I'm glad that you are enjoying it very, very much. And it's just awesome. And at number 47, the Washington Redskins, which is the Washington Commanders now, they selected God, please forgive me that I mess up this name, but it's Philadrian Mathis, defensive end from Alabama. At number 48, the Chicago Bears selected Jaquan Brisker, safety from Penn State. And number 49, the New Orleans Saints selected Alontae Taylor, cornerback, Tennessee. And at number 50, the New England Patriots, which I know that there's a lot of New England Patriots here in Florida, and that there's a lot of New England Patriots in New England watching this video. Hi, New England Patriots. And number 50, y'all selected from a trade from Kansas City, y'all selected Tyquan Thornton, wide receiver from Baylor. And at number 51, the Philadelphia Eagles selected Cam Jurgen, center, Nebraska. And at number 52, the Pittsburgh Steelers selected George Pickens, wide receiver from Georgia. And at number 53, the Indianapolis Colts, with a trade with Minnesota, they selected Alec Pierce, wide receiver, from Cincinnati. And at number 54, the Kansas City Chiefs selected Sky Moore from the trade from New England. They selected Sky Moore, wide receiver from Western Michigan. And at number 55, the Arizona Cardinals selected Trey McBride, tight end, Colorado State. And at number 56, the Dallas Cowboys, which I know there's a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans too that is watching this video, they selected Sam Williams, defensive end at Ole Miss. And at number 57, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, from the trade with Buffalo, they selected Luke Godecki, guard, Central Michigan. And at number 58, the Atlanta Falcons, they selected Troy Anderson, linebacker, Montana State. And at number 59, the Minnesota Vikings, from the trade from the Green Bay Packers, which they are in the same division, they selected Ed Ingram, guard, LSU. And in Cincinnati, from a trade with Buffalo, they selected Cam Taylor Britt. He played cornerback for Nebraska. And at 61, the San Francisco 49ers, they selected Drake Jackson. He played defensive end for USC. And Kansas City, they selected Brian Cook, safety from Cincinnati. And the Buffalo Bills, from the trade with Cincinnati, they selected James Cook from Georgia, which I thought that James Cook was going to go to Miami, and he didn't, but good for them. I wish he went to Miami though, but it is what it is. But anyway, at number 64, the Denver Broncos select Nick Bonito. He played defensive end for Oklahoma. Thank you for you guys' patience. Now for round 3, yay! And round 3, The Jacksonville Jaguars, number 65, they selected Luke Fortner, center, Kentucky. And at number 66, from the trade with Detroit, the Minnesota Vikings selected Brian Asamoah, linebacker, Oklahoma, Asamoah. And at number 67, the New York Giants select Joshua Ezeudu, guard, North Carolina. In Cleveland at number 68, they selected Martin Emerson, cornerback, Mississippi State. It was a trade with the Houston Texans. As you can see, there was a lot of trades going on, but but it was really, really good. And number 69, Tennessee, the Tennessee Titans, from the trade with New York, they selected Nicholas Petitfier, offensive tackle, Ohio State. And at 70, the Jacksonville Jaguars, they selected Chad Muma, linebacker, Wyoming. And at number 71, the Chicago Bears selected Velus Jones, wide receiver, Tennessee. And at number 72, the Seattle Seahawks, they selected Abraham Lucas, offensive tackle, Washington State. And at number 73, the Indianapolis Colts selected Jelani Woods, tight end, Virginia. And at number 74, the Atlanta Falcons selected Desmond Ridder, quarterback, Cincinnati. There wasn't a lot of people selecting quarterbacks, but there were like a few quarterbacks available, but the quarterbacks wasn't being selected that much. So let me tell you, when Miami selects, they in one of their selections they selected a quarterback. But let me finish with these, and we'll get to that. And and number 75, Houston, with the trade with the Denver Broncos, they selected Christian Harris, linebacker, Alabama. And then number 60 is 76, the Baltimore Ravens selected Travis Jones, defensive tackle, UConn. And at number 77, with the trade with the Minnesota Vikings, the Indianapolis Colts selected Bernard Ryman, offensive tackle, Central Michigan. And at number 78, the Cleveland Browns, they selected Alex Wright, defensive end, University of Auburn. And at 79, the Los Angeles Chargers, they selected JT Woods, safety from Baylor. And at 80, I know that there's a lot of Denver Broncos out there. Denver Bronco fans out there, I know you are out there, and congratulations. Y'all selected from the trade with Houston, Greg Dolce, tight end, UCLA. And at number 81, the New York Jets, or New York Giants rather, they selected Cordell Flott. Did I say that right? Cordell Flott, cornerback, LSU. And at number 82, the Atlanta Falcons, they selected D'Angelo Malone. Of course, he plays defensive end he played defensive end at Western Michigan. All these kids, all these young men are really really huge. I mean, really huge, like 6'8", um, 6'7", like massive. And and at number 83, the Philadelphia Eagles selected Nakobe Dean, linebacker, Georgia. And at number 84, the Pittsburgh Steelers selected DeMarvin Leal, defensive end, Texas A&M. And at number 85, the New England Patriots, they selected Marcus Jones, cornerback from Houston. And Tennessee, with the 86th pick, they did a trade with Las Vegas. They selected Malik Willis, quarterback from Liberty. I'm so glad that you guys are so patient with me. Thank you, Jesus. And at number 87, and number 87, the Arizona Cardinals selected Cameron Thomas, defensive end, San Diego State. And at number 88, the Dallas Cowboys, which I know that there are a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans, and I commend you guys. I hope you guys go to the Super Bowl one day too. With the Miami Dolphins, that would be really cool. They selected Jalen Tolbert, wide receiver, South Alabama. And at number 89, the Buffalo Bills, they selected Terrell Bernard, linebacker, Baylor. And at 90, the Las Vegas Raiders, from the trade with Tennessee, they selected Dylan Parham, guard, Memphis. And at 91, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers selected uh, Rashard White. Rashard White. I hope I'm saying these names right because it's a lot. Rashard White, running back, Arizona State. And at number 92, the Green Bay Packers select Sean Rahim, tackle, UCLA. And at number 93, the San Francisco 49ers, they selected Ty Davis Price, running back, LSU. And at number 94, with a trade with the Kansas City Chiefs, they selected Matt Carroll, quarterback, Ole Miss. And at number 95, the Cincinnati Bengals, they selected Zachary Carter, defensive end from Florida. And at number 96, the Indianapolis Colts, with a trade with Denver, they selected Nick Cross, safety, Maryland. And at number 97, the Detroit Lions, they selected Curdy Joseph, safety, Illinois. And at 98, the Washington Commanders, from the trade with the New Orleans Saints, they selected Brian Robinson, which he's a running back from Alabama. And at number 99, the Cleveland Browns, they selected David Bell, which he's a wide receiver from Purdue. And at 100, yay, we got to the hundreds, everybody, yay! This is like awesome. And we're like in the middle of the draft. And I'm glad you guys are really, really enjoying this like I am. And Arizona, with a trade with Baltimore, they selected Najee Sanders. He played on defensive end from Cincinnati. And at 101, the New York Jets, with a trade with Philadelphia, they have selected John Watts. I believe, yeah, John Watts. I believe that he played like defensive end from Georgia. And the Miami Dolphins, yay, at 102. Yay. Finally, we got there. They selected Channing Tindall, linebacker from Georgia. And at 103, the Kansas City Chiefs selected Leo Chenal, linebacker, Wisconsin. And at 104, the Los Angeles Rams, they selected Logan Bruss, offensive line, Wisconsin. And at 105, the San Francisco 49ers, they selected Danny Gray from MSU. And let me transfer. There's more, you guys. There's more. Thank you for your patience and thank you for your kindness. There is more coming. So we are at 106. Okay, the 106 pick from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with the trade of they traded with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They got Cade Olton, tight end, Washington. And at 107, the the Houston Texans, they have selected with a trade with the Lions. From the Lions with the Browns, they selected Damian Pierce, running back from Florida. And at 108, the Cleveland Browns, they have selected with a trade with the Houston Texans, they selected Tyrion Winfrey, Oklahoma, defensive end. And at 109, the Seattle Seahawks, from a trade with the Jets, they selected Kobe Bryant. He played cornerback with Cincinnati. And it's not the Kobe Bryant, the player. This Kobe is with a C. The Kobe Bryant that played for the Los Angeles Lakers is with a K. And at 110, see if I got that right. $109 rather. Okay, 110. The Baltimore Ravens, they selected Daniel Falali, Falali from the University of Minnesota. He's an offensive tackle. I mean, there was a lot of trades going on and everything, and I tried to, put out as much as I could. So I'm glad that you guys are really, 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 really loving this. And for you guys that love football, I know this is really enjoyable for you too. And I'm very, very grateful for other people that enjoy sports. They know what's really going on, and I really appreciate that. And at number 111, the New York Jets, with the trade with the Panthers, they selected Max Mitchell. He played he played for Louisiana. He was an offensive tackle for them. And at 112, the New York Giants, with a trade with the Bears, with the Chicago Bears, they selected Daniel Bellinger. He played for San Diego State. He was a tight end for them. And and 108, the let me see. Let me close this. Okay. At 108, the Cleveland Browns with a trade with the Texans. Okay, I know I did this before, but I'm gonna repeat it to you if you didn't catch it. They selected Keon Winfrey, Oklahoma, defensive tackle. Okay, 109, 110, 112. Okay, at 113, the Washington Commanders, they selected Piercy Butler, Louisiana State. He played safety. And at 114, the New York Giants, they selected with a trade with the Atlanta Falcons, they selected Dane Belton. He played for Iowa. He's a safety. And at 115, the Denver Broncos, they selected Damian Mathis. He played for the University of Pittsburgh, cornerback. And at 116, the Denver Broncos again, with a trade with the Seattle Seahawks, they selected Iyoma Iwazaki. He played for the He played for Iowa State defensive tackle. The kid is really, really big. And the Broncos needed to add some competition to their defensive line rotation. They'll align in 3-4 base where Iwasaki fits as a slashing five technique, but he has enough versatility to move around the line in different packages. So it would be very, very useful for them, and good luck to the kid. And and at number 117, the New York Jets select Michael Clemens, Texas A&M defensive end. And at 118, the Minnesota Vikings, with a trade with the Browns, they selected a Caleb, a Caleb Evans, Missouri cornerback. And at number 119, the Baltimore Ravens, they selected Jalen Jalen Armour, Jalen Armour Davis, Alabama cornerback. And it says that it wouldn't be a Ravens draft if they didn't dip into the Alabama well. They had a need for a corner depth, and Armour Davis is a sending player who is comfortable in man coverage. And also at number 20, at number 120, the Ravens also, I mean, not the Ravens, but the Carolina Panthers, they selected with a trade with the New Orleans Saints through the Washington Commanders. They selected Brandon Smith, Penn State linebacker. And at 121, the New England Patriots, with a trade from the Dolphins through the Chiefs, they selected Jack Jones. I mean, this was all messed up. It was like crazy and everything. So I'm glad that you guys are really, really enjoying this like I am too. Um, they selected Jack Jones. He played for the Arizona State cornerback. And at 122, the Las Vegas Raiders, with a trade with a trade from the Colts through the Vikings, they they selected Zamir White. He played for Georgia. He's a running back. And at 123, the Los Angeles Chargers, they selected Isaiah Spiller, Texas A&M running back. And at 124, the Cleveland Browns, with a trade with the Eagles through the Texas trade, they selected Cade York. Finally, they got a kicker from LSU. LSU. So at number 25, the Miami Dolphins selected at 125 with a trade with the Steelers. They selected Eric Izukama. He's a wide receiver. He's huge from Texas Tech. The new coach Mike McDaniels has experience working with sure-handed, tough run after run after catch receivers in San Francisco. So Izukama fits the mold and should compete for a wide receiver 4 job in camp. So he's going to replace Devontae Parker, which Devontae Parker he went to New England during before the NFL draft. It was like a couple weeks ago, and on pick 126, the Las Vegas Raiders they selected Neil Farrell. He played defensive tackle for LSU. And at 127, the New England Patriots selected Pierce Strong. He played for South Dakota State. He's a running back. And at 128, the Baltimore Ravens, with a trade from the Cardinals, they selected Charlie Kohler. He played tight end for Iowa State. Let me adjust myself a little bit. And at 129, the Dallas Cowboys selected Jake Ferguson. He's from Wisconsin, tight end. And at 130, the Baltimore Ravens, with the trade with the Buffalo Bills, they selected Jordan Stout. He's from Penn State, and he's a punter. And at 131, the Tennessee Titans selected Hassan Haskins. He's a running back from Michigan. And at 132, the Green Bay Packers, they selected Romeo Dobbs. He played wide receiver for Nevada. And at 133, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they selected Jade Camarda. Georgia, he's a punter. And at 134, the San Francisco 49ers, they selected Spencer Buford, Texas, from Texas, San Diego, Texas, San Antonio. Sorry about that. He played offensive guard. And at 135, the Kansas City Chiefs, they selected Joshua Williams. He played for Fayetteville State University, cornerback. And at 136, the Cincinnati Bengals, they selected Cordell Volson, North Dakota State, offensive guard. Let's see. Okay. And pick 137, the New England Patriots, with a trade with the Texans through the Panthers, they selected Bailey Zappi, Western Kentucky, quarterback. And at 138, the Pittsburgh Steelers, they selected Calvin Austin, the third, Memphis, wide receiver. And at 139, the Baltimore Ravens selected Isaiah Likely from Coastal Carolina. He played tight end. And at 140, the Green Bay Packers, they selected Zach Tom. He played at Wake Forest and he's a center. And at 141, the Baltimore Ravens, they selected Demarion Williams. He played cornerback for Houston. Are you enjoying this like I am? Because this is like exciting. I mean, like we're in the middle of the draft, and it's almost done. So I thank you for your patience and kindness, and love and everything else. And at 142, the Los Angeles Rams, they selected Jacoby Durant. He played for South Carolina State, and he's a cornerback. And 143 at 143, the Tennessee Titans selected Chigozie Okawu from Maryland. He's a tight end. And at 144, at round five, we're almost done, everybody. Yay! At 144, the Washington Commanders, with a trade with a trade with the Jaguars through the Panthers, they selected Sam Howell. He was a quarterback for the North Carolina. He was a quarterback for North Carolina. So that's what they did there. And at 145, the Kansas City Chiefs selected Darian Kennard from Kentucky. They had a lot of trades, like a lot of trades going on and everything, because some teams had to go. Some teams wanted to go up, and most teams they stayed with where they were. But the Miami Dolphins wasn't able to select anybody because they only had four selections, which I'm getting to that as well. And number 46, 146, the New York Giants, with a trade with the Jets, they selected Mackay McFadden, linebacker, Indiana. And at 147, the New York Giants, they selected DJ Davidson, Arizona State defensive tackle. And at 148, the Buffalo Bills, with a trade with the Texans through the Bears, they selected Kylie Shakir from Boise State University, wide receiver. And let me pull this down. And at 149, the Washington Commanders, with a trade with the Panthers, they selected Cole Turner, Nevada tight end. And at 150, the Houston Texans, from trade with the Bears, they selected Thomas Booker, Stanford defensive tackle. And at 151, the Atlanta Falcons, they selected Tyler Ollinger, BYU running back. And at 152, The Denver Broncos selected Delarian Turner Yell, Oklahoma. He played safety. And at 153, the Seattle Seahawks selected Tariq Woolen. He played for Texas and San Antonio. He played cornerback. And at 154, the Jacksonville Jaguars, with a trade with the Commanders through the Eagles, they have selected Snoop Corner. I was gonna be like, oh my gosh, they selected Snoop Dogg, but Snoop Corner from Mississippi. From Mississippi, he's a running back, and the Jaguars selected Snoop Corner with number 154 and the 2022 draft. But also, let me pull this down here. At 150. Okay, 154. $155. Okay, the Dallas Cowboys, they selected, with the trade with the Broncos, they selected Matt Waletzko, North Dakota offensive tackle. And the Cleveland Browns at 156, with a trade with the Ravens through the Vikings, they selected Jerome Ford, Cincinnati running back. And at 157, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with the trade from the Vikings through the Jaguars, they selected Zion McCullin from Sam Houston State. He's a cornerback. And at 158, the Seattle Seahawks selected Tariq Smith, Ohio State University. He plays defensive end. So of course, they required a trade with the Dolphins because they got Tyreek Hill and they got a couple picks through the New England Patriots as well. So that's how it went down. And at number 159, the Indianapolis Colts selected Eric Johnson, Missouri State defensive tackle. And at 160, the Los Angeles Chargers, they selected Otitu Fonia, UCLA defensive tackle. And at 161, the New Orleans Saints, they selected DeMarco Jackson from Appalachian State. He played linebacker. And at 162, the Denver Broncos selected with the trade with the Eagles through the Texans. They selected Montreal Washington, which he played wide receiver from Samford. And at 163, the Tennessee Titans, with a trade with the Steelers through the Jets, they got Kyle Phillips. UCLA wide receiver. And at 164, the Los Angeles Rams, with a trade with the Patriots through the Raiders, they got Karen Williams. Karen Williams, Notre Dame running back. And at 165, the Minnesota Vikings, with a trade with the Raiders, they got Ezezi O Otimi Ezezi Otimi from Minnesota. He's a defensive end. That was a complicated name to say. And at 166, the Cincinnati Bengals, from the trade through the Cardinals, from the trade through the Cardinals, through the Eagles, Texans, and Bears, they have selected Tyson Anderson from Toledo. He played safety. And at 167, the Dallas Cowboys selected Deron Blend. He played at Fresno State. He's a cornerback. And at 168, the Chicago Bears selected, from the trade with the Bills, they selected Braxton Jones from Southern Utah State. He played offensive tackle. And at 169, the Minnesota Vikings, with a trade from the Titans through the Raiders, they selected Ty Chandler, North Carolina running back. And at 170, the Houston Texans selected, with a trade through the Bucks, with the Bucks through the Patriots. They selected Tegan Quantarian, Quantariano, or Oregon State tight end. At 171, the Denver Broncos, with a trade from the Packers, they selected Luke Wattenberg. He played for Washington. He was a center for Washington. So at 172, the San Francisco 49ers, they selected Samuel Womack, Toledo. He played quarterback. And at 173, almost done everybody. At 173, the New York Giants, with a trade with the Chiefs through the Ravens, they selected Marcus McKeith, North Carolina offensive guard. And at 174, the Chicago Bears, with a trade with the Bengals, they selected Dominique Robinson. He played at Miami, Ohio. He was a defensive end. And at 175, the Los Angeles Raiders, they traded with the Rams. They selected Matthew Butler from Tennessee. Matthew Butler, he was a defensive tackle. And at 176, the Dallas Cowboys selected Damon Clark. He played at LSU linebacker. And at 177, the Lions selected James Mitchell. He played at Virginia Tech. He was a tight end. And at 178, the Dallas Cowboys selected John Ridgway. He played at Arkansas. He was a defensive tackle. And at 179, the Green Bay Packers selected Kinsley Enagbar from South Carolina. He plays linebacker. They had a trade with the Colts through the Broncos. So, it was interesting. And I do appreciate you guys so much with your patience and all and everything. I mean, like, you guys are amazing, and I do appreciate you guys so much. And I want to thank my subscribers and my future subscribers for subscribing to my channel. Please like and share this channel with everyone that you know, and help me reach as many people as possible, as many people as you can, with the positive message of hope and positivity. Well, that's the video, everybody. This was the longest video that I did, and I do appreciate you guys so much. I pray that it encouraged you in a big way. Leave your comments in the comment section below as usual. And always remember, no matter what the circumstance is, no matter what the situation is, no matter where you are, always remember to focus on the positive. Peace. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate you guys a lot. So thank you. Bye-bye. You guys are amazing, by the way. Thank you. Thank you for your patience and your kindness and your love. So thank you so much. God bless. Peace.